Hey everyone, happy Monday. It's actually Monday night because I am not good at this whole YouTubing thing and forgot that I was planning on filming this week. But I just wanted to check in. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Stephanie and I teach preschool special education in Connecticut. My room is an ABA room, so we focus on teaching things through a discrete trial format and working on life skills in addition to more academic skills.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized.
So, as you all know, I've been teaching from home, as I'm sure a lot of you are. So yeah, it's hard, it's tough. Today was our first day back after our April break. So I got to see my kids again, which was nice. I only got to video chat with 3 of them, which, is fine. But I did, get to talk to some of them, which was nice. One of my families welcomed a new baby over break. So I got to, quote unquote, meet the baby over video today, which was fun. Yeah, so nothing too exciting happened today. I did my morning call like I always do. And I did my afternoon call. And then I also had just a one-on-one phone call with the parent. They wanted some clarification on the plan that I sent home. So basically what I had to do is send home kind of a plan that shows all the services that a child gets on their IEP and how we're going to service those things at home. So, the mom just wanted some clarification on that. So I gave her a call today and kind of explained some things. And yeah, that was pretty much my day today. I spent yesterday putting together a lot of stuff onto Google Classroom. The teachers and I had made a bunch of different like PowerPoints and stuff that we could share. I'll show you kind of what we're doing. So rather than posting each thing individually, what we decided to do is put a PowerPoint of, or like a Google Slides presentation of art projects that they can do for the week. And then a Google Slides for science projects to do for the week, that sort of thing. So, if they decide, okay, we want to do something artsy today, then they can click on the art one and it gives them a bunch of different ideas of things to do. So yesterday I kind of set all those up so they would go out throughout the week. As I've said in previous videos, it is required that I post something every day. So I kind of scheduled a couple different things to go and post on Google Classroom every day this week. And yeah, so I was preparing all that yesterday, and then today I kind of checked in with families. Like I said, I did our video calls that we typically do, and I posted a couple other things as well. I also started to put together a list of books that read alouds of books that I found. My families do have access to Epic. I'll leave a link to the Epic website down below, which is a fabulous website and I highly recommend. It's always free for teachers and you can use it in the classroom, but because of everything going on right now, Epic has allowed families to sign up for free accounts to use with their students. So I've, given my families all of that information. So quite a few of them use it, which is really nice. But yeah, so other than, stuff like Epic and a couple of the other websites that my district has access to, I went through and found a bunch of different videos of read alouds. Now there were some LeVar Burton has been doing read alouds on Twitter that I knew about. And then there are some that the school librarians have kind of put together a list of, people doing read alouds and stuff. So I kind of took the information that I had gathered myself, things that I knew about, and then I took the information that the librarians had shared with us, and I kind of put it together into one document, specifically stuff that was appropriate for my children, because the school librarians worked together to do it. The elementary librarians worked together, so some of them were for older elementary kids and wouldn't be appropriate for my students. So I kind of broke it down into stuff that was appropriate for preschool, and there are a couple things on there for older kids because I know that some of my students have older siblings, or other people in the household that might benefit from those things. So I kind of put it together just kind of as a list for me, and I shared it with the other teachers. And I'm going to use that as, a way to kind of give suggestions of other things for my families to do. I never make anything like a requirement during this time because I know it's so tricky for my families. Some of them may not have, super awesome access to technology. I'm lucky that my district has been able to provide computers or like Wi-Fi hotspots to families, which has been very helpful. But I'm just giving these as other options. If they're, looking for a book to read, then they can play this video. Some of them are just like a person doing a read aloud like I would do. But then there are some that are like, those animated videos of books, which are really cool. So I've kind of put together a list of those things. And I'm going to share those not all at once with my family because it's like a long list. But, maybe a couple of different things here and there. So that's what I've been working on today. And then, did the rest of my day, and now it's bedtime. So sorry I didn't check in with you earlier, but I will definitely remember to check in with you tomorrow during the day and show you what I'm up to. So good night, everyone. Hello. Are you being silly? I see you. Can you do Wheels on the Bus with me? You want to sing? Ready? The wheels on the bus go round and round. The doors on the bus go. You do. Open and shut. Can we do the babies next? The babies on the bus go. Wow, wow, wow. You do. Are you rolling your eyes at me? You giving me some attitude. What is the weather like today? What is the weather like today? Is it sunny outside? No sun. It hasn't started raining yet where I am. Can you find the clouds? Where's the cloud? Should we do baby shark or monkeys jumping on the bed? Here, I'm going to share this. And let's see if you can choose a song for us. Good morning, everyone. Today is Wednesday, April 22nd, 2020. And I just got off my morning call, sent a couple emails, and now I'm going to check in with you. So I only had 2 kids on my morning call today, which is fine. I mean, normally I only have a couple anyways. But it was 2 students who are at very different academic levels, which, like, my class is a wide range of levels, right? They all, like, have different skills that they're working on, different things they excel in. And so I think one of the moms got really discouraged because the other child was a lot more talkative than her child. And, that's something that, can be hard to see. And, there was a lot of, like, comparison going on. So, that would like definitely hurt my heart to hear her, talk about that. But I just had to do a lot of explaining that, we're all very different people and very different journeys. And just kind of like really explain to her that like the growth that he's making is phenomenal, and it will happen in its own time, in its own way, so it's just kind of hard to see families like comparing their kids, because their kids are on such different journeys right now. Like it's really hard to kind of accept that your child is going to be different than other kids. And that wasn't something that I really understood until like a couple months ago, because this is a field that I chose. Like I knew going into it that I would be working with students with lots of different needs, with lots of different abilities. And like I knew what I was getting myself into. But for these families, this wasn't what they expected for their child. So I, reached out to the psychologist, who is someone who I work very closely with in supporting these families. And, I asked for any resources that she has in really supporting the family. So I'm going to wait for her to get back to me and, see how else I can kind of work with this mom. But I definitely think that this time home has been really hard for a lot of my families. Because, they have different expectations than what their children are capable of, and that's really tricky. And I think what really helps me is the paras that I have in my room, because most of them have gone through this with their own children. I have one person in my room who has a child with an autism diagnosis. And so she can kind of talk a lot about that and how, getting the diagnosis allowed her to get home services. And, she can kind of talk about the IEP process and all that kind of stuff. So that's been very helpful. Same with like the psychologist and a lot of the other, staff that I work with. They've all gone through this personally with their own children. So I think that's really helpful for these families to see other people who have gone through it too, and, can really talk from personal experience, which is something that I can't do. I don't have my own children who are going through this. So, I can talk a good talk, but it's different when it comes from personal experience, So anyways, I think that's really helpful for families to kind of see that. So I'm going to continue to lean on, those other staff members, to really give this family, an idea of what it will look like down the line. I think all my families can benefit from that. So, yeah. So that's how my morning started. I sent a couple emails. There are a couple families that are having a hard time logging on, so I'm like trying to figure it out. But we'll see. Google did make some updates, so I think that kind of messed everyone up, because we're using like a different way to log on now than we normally would. Normally the kids would just go on to meet.google.com and it would pop up as like, oh, circle time with Miss D, and they could just click on it and it would join the meeting. But after the update, I'm doing the thing where in Google Classroom you can set up a meet that you can only access when a teacher is logged on. And so I think that kind of throws people off. Like if they log on before me, they're like, oh, it doesn't work. And they just kind of give up, because I feel like a lot of families like log on like 20 minutes early. So we've been trying to figure that out, but it's fine. We'll figure it out. This is a big learning curve. But yeah, that's where we're at for today. I have another meeting at 1 for my afternoon friends. And yeah, we'll just kind of go from there. That's it for meetings that I have today. So yeah. Okay, well, I will check in with y'all later. Bye. Hey y'all, so I'm just about to log on to my afternoon circle time. We'll see, the past couple days I've only had one child come to circle in the afternoon, so it was more of like a one-on-one session. But that's because the other family who normally logs on was having difficulty with like the link and stuff, so we'll see if we can get anybody on today. We'll see. Hello! There you are. Hi! Hi! What song should we sing today? Let's see. Hi, Miss. Should we sing Baby Shark? Should we sing Monkeys? What should we sing? Practice your pointing and say which song you want to do today. Which one did you choose, Mom? Sounds good. We're going to do our monkeys jumping on the bed. Ready? Show me 5. One fell off and bumped his head. Ready? Now we have 4 monkeys. 1, 2, 3, 4. Uh-oh, how many monkeys are left? 1. Says 1. That was so good, bud. Yeah, 1. That's right. We had 1 monkey left, and it fell right off that bed and hit his head. Let's see. We already did monkeys, so we have to choose a new song now. Let's do this. We did our monkeys, so now you can choose Baby Shark, or we can do Wheels on the Bus. We could do Monkeys and Alligators. We could do Dinosaurs. Which one? Ready? We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then all done. Ready? Do this. Yay! Ready? Do this. Yay! Do this. Good job. You said more. You want more tickles? Good job. Ready? Tickles. Okay, so circle time is done. We had a little bit of trouble towards the end there. The family's video froze and I couldn't see them, and then they just kind of disappeared. But it was fine because we were done anyways. Only one person logged in, which I'm not super surprised by, but I do think that those one-on-one sessions can be really helpful for the families, especially because they kind of show what some of my expectations are. I mean, it's not the same, obviously, as like if we were in person, but I can kind of show them things. Like one child has really, when we were like in school, had really picked up signing more to ask for more of things, which was awesome, because he started really picking up how to use a PEC system, to use pictures to ask for things. And he was getting really good at pointing to ask for things. And so we were really encouraging him to try these different ways to ask. And so he started getting really good at asking for more, which was really exciting. So the past couple days that we've been doing this, I've been trying that with him over the computer. So what I'll have Mom do is she'll sit down with him and we'll do whatever. One of the activities that I tend to do over the computer is following directions. So I'll say, do this, and they have to imitate me. So that's our motor action program, motor imitation program that a lot of my kids have as part of their DTI programs. So I'll say, do this, and put my arms up, and then they have to put their arms up. Or do this, and clap, and they have to do it. So what I'll have Mom do is sit down with him, and he'll do the activity. So we're working on arms up for him. So I put my arms up, and then if he does it, then I have Mom tickle him, which he loves. He loves tickles. So Mom would tickle him, and then I'll say, oh, do you want more tickles? And then he'll sign more for us, and then Mom will tickle him again. So that's been a really good way to kind of encourage that, because tickles are something that he absolutely loves. So the more we can use that as kind of a reward for things, the better. So that's been fun. So we did a little bit of that today, but, he didn't last super long. He was definitely, done. So we did 2 songs, and then we did a little bit of that motor imitation. And then we were done. Because it was only a one-on-one, I had him pick the song. The past couple days, I've been doing Wheels on the Bus with him, just as a way to, keep him engaged while we waited to see if anyone else would log on. And we did 5 Little Monkeys, as you saw. But so what he would do is when the monkeys fall off the bed, he'd be sitting on Mom's lap, and then he'd just, collapse. So that was just really funny. But yeah, that was fun. I love getting to see my kids. I got an email from the occupational therapist asking me if I've heard from another family. So I, gave her Mom's email to say, hey, I've heard a little bit from them, but, Mom's really good at checking her email. So feel free to, email her and, see if she needs anything else and whatever. So, yeah, so it was fun. What else? That's about it. I set up a meeting for Friday, so I just invited the speech pathologist. I said, I don't know if you've been talking to this family at all, but I haven't really, so I'm excited to have a video call with him. So feel free to join us. And she said she would. The teacher next door sent a couple things that she made. But yeah, so that is what I've been working on, and yeah, I kind of want to take a nap. But that is it for the day. I don't have any more meetings or anything, so I'll just be doing some work on the computer. And yeah, so that is it for today. Good morning, everyone. Today is Thursday, April 23rd. It's almost 9 o'clock in the morning, and I'm just getting ready for the day. My first meeting with kids is at 9:30. So I've just turned on my computer, and I'm getting all that ready so I can talk to them soon. So I have that this morning, and then I have a grade level where I'll meet with the principal and all the pre-K teachers. Then I have another meeting with kids at 1, and then I have, what do I have this afternoon? I have a staff meeting this afternoon. So that's our plan for today. We are going to talk some more about recycling and taking care of the earth. And then we are also going to talk about the concept next to. That's what we're working on this week. So we'll see if we can incorporate some of those into circle time. And yeah, that's our plan for today. So I'm gonna get things ready. So obviously I'll blur this out, but if you look right here at the top where it says my class's name, the class code, there's now a Meet link here, and this is the link that I'm using to get on to our Google Meet. So that's how things are working now. Hello. So that's a little bit different than before. You just go to meet.google.com. And it used to be that it would show up here as a meeting, but now you need to click that link directly. So that's kind of what I was talking about the other day when I was explaining the new update that Google did. So during a typical circle time where I'm in the classroom, I'd use this program, this notebook. It's called Smart Notebook, and that would attach to the Smart TV, so that way I could move the things, the kids can move the stuff with their finger up on the TV, which has been pretty cool. But I decided, I tested this yesterday, and I think I'm going to stick with it for a little bit. I'm just using PowerPoint now, so I've copied the same things, But since I don't have to have the kids like point and like move things, I'm just kind of using this. So since I can't like draw on here while I have, so like I'm not presenting it, I'm just leaving it open in like this format. So I can't like, take out a pen and circle things like we would if we were doing it on the TV at school. I like just made this little circle and we can say, okay, today's stormy or today's partly cloudy or, whatever. So yeah, that's kind of what I've been doing. And then we made this little Earth Day book type thing. And so we make a different book each week, and it's just kind of a way for kids to practice, what they see. Like, I see a recycling bin. I see garbage. And then we also have some questions. So last week we focused on big versus little. And so we have a couple pictures where, I'll ask them which one's big, which one's little, and then I can get into more and say like, what color is it or whatever. And then we also are practicing next to. So, yeah. So what I'll do is I'll present this to my Google Meet, and they'll just be able to see from there. Just this screen, I just present this window so they're not like seeing the whole thing. And then I put the Google Meet over to the side over here, just a little bit smaller so we can just focus on this. But yeah. Okay, so I know this is not what y'all clicked on this video for, but the Jonas Brothers just announced that their documentary about their concert that they just did is coming out at midnight, and I'm freaking out. Literally, they posted the trailer like right as my class started, and I was like, are you kidding me? I like just about canceled class so I could watch that video. But they just posted it, and I'm freaking out. We knew that at 4 o'clock they were going to do like a live stream and tell us some exciting news. And so we were all waiting till 4, and then at like 1 o'clock, they just like shared, and everyone on Twitter was freaking out. So I'm freaking out, but I'm super excited. But it's about 20 of 2. I got off of my live call with students. I chatted real quick with my paras, and I have a meeting at 2. I'm gonna put this down. But so what I just kind of did after having a meeting with my grade level team and talking to them and kind of seeing how they're doing, I set up a like a survey for my families to kind of get their thoughts on things, if they like doing a daily circle time, or if they'd prefer just once a week or something like that. And how they feel about Google Classroom, like if they're comfortable with it and stuff. So I sent that to my paras, and I said, give me your thoughts. 2 of my paras have kids in the school system right now. So they're also going through, this whole distance learning thing from like a parent perspective. So I, had them kind of look at it too and say, like, as a parent, what kind of stuff, would you like the teacher to ask and whatever. So they, said that the questions that I had come up with were good. And so I'm going to send it tomorrow to families and just kind of give them the opportunity to kind of share their thoughts with me, So yeah, so that's what we're going to do. I'll send that out tomorrow. And then I'll send it via email because all of my families have been good about accessing their email. And then I'll also post it on Google Classroom as well, just as another way for families to look at it. And I'll have them do that. But yeah, that is my plan. I'm trying not to freak out so much about this whole Jonas Brothers thing because I still have another hour and a half of work time where I gotta be focused. But yeah. My hair looks so red today. I love that. Yeah. Anyways, that's what I'm doing. I had 2 people on my call this afternoon, which was nice. I had only had 1 for the past 3 days. So it was nice to get to see one of my other students. And the SLP dropped on to our call as well. So she got to kind of check in with families too. And yeah, so yeah, that is it for now. I have 18 minutes until my call. I'm kind of nervous about this call because it's like a staff meeting with all the teachers. And the email that we got from the superintendent on Monday seemed to imply that there would be some changes made to the way things are happening now. So I'm nervous what those changes are going to be. It seems like we're doing a lot of work, and the stuff that we're posting, either families like or they're overwhelmed. So I'm worried that they're gonna like tell us to do more. So like I don't know. It seems like at least the students that I have, their families are overwhelmed with Google Classroom. They like, don't know how to work it and stuff. So I'm worried that we're going to make another change and they're going to have to adjust to like a new system, I don't know how it's going to go, but we'll see. I'm trying to think positive. I know I have a lot of people on my side who, are doing the same thing and like agree with me that, this is hard for families to keep switching and, whatever. So like, I know I have people that I can lean on during this, but I just hope that we don't make too many big changes, So we'll see. I don't know. We have at least another month of this. So I'm nervous, but I don't know. We're going to try our best, and that's all we can do. And like, that's what I keep telling my families. Like, all I can ask is that you're trying. And so that's all I can ask of myself, like this is a huge learning curve. And like, as much as I know how to do Google Classroom and like, I'm relatively tech savvy enough to figure these things out. Like I have to keep in mind that I'm doing the best that I can, and I have to do what's best for my families. And for, some of my families, it's not a Google Classroom. It's an email, because that's what they can handle. And, I'm trying my best. And if some families are choosing not to do these activities, like that's not on me. Like I can reach out and offer support. But ultimately it's their decision what they want to do, So I don't know, we will just continue and we'll do the best that we can, and yeah. Okay, well, I'm gonna go and get ready for my staff meeting, and I'll update you if there are any major changes. So, wish me luck. Okay, my battery's about to die, so I'm gonna make this update really quick. There were changes made, but it does not affect preschool, so I don't have to worry about it. So I'm happy about that. I will then send out my form tomorrow to get, some feedback from my families. But I don't have to make any major changes based on the staff meeting I just had. Like I'll make changes based on what my families say from the survey that I send out, but like I don't need to make any changes per the district. So I'm happy with that. But my battery's gonna die, so I'm gonna plug this in, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. It is almost 9:30, so I'm going to make this super quick. I have a meeting this morning with my class, like I always do, and then I have a meeting at 10. That's a one-on-one with a student, so I'm excited for that because I haven't gotten to talk to him much. And then I'll have my class this afternoon as well. So I'll check in with you sometime during the day to kind of let you know how things are going. But for now, I'm going to get ready for circle time. What's that? Is that Bumblebee? I can't hear you. It's Bumblebee Transformer. So fun. Yeah. Is that your favorite one? Good morning. Ooh, do you have a car? Or is that a tractor? Looks like it has a tractor. It has a jet. We got all kinds of transportation All things that go. He says, hi. No, bye. I miss my kids. So I was added as a teacher, not only into my classroom, but onto my cooperating teacher's class, or not cooperating teacher, the other preschool teacher's classrooms, right? Because we share a couple of kids. So I get to see all the pictures and stuff that they send in, and they're just, I miss them so much. I really wish that we could all go back to school and everything would be okay. Because I miss my kids.